In the shadowy corridors of South African politics, where power is traded in whispers and loyalty shifts like sand, the sudden demise of former Minister Nathi Mthethwa has ignited a storm of speculation. Officially, little has been confirmed beyond the somber announcement of his death, yet within the African National Congress, ANC, the air is thick with tension, and behind closed doors, the phrase shadow network is being whispered with growing unease. For years, Mthethwa was more than a party figurehead. He was a political survivor, one of those rare ANC veterans who managed to navigate the stormy seas between the Zuma and Ramaphosa factions. But that balancing act, some insiders suggest, might have come at a fatal cost. There are growing suspicions that Mthethwa's death was not merely a tragedy, but a symptom of the deeper rot within the ANC, a sign that the party's internal power struggles have crossed a line from political to personal warfare. Sources close to the inner circles describe Mthethwa as a man who knew too much. As a long-time security cluster insider, he reportedly held sensitive information about financial flows, secret deals, and political operations that extended far beyond public scrutiny. His proximity to intelligence operations during his tenure as Minister of Police, and later as Minister of Arts and Culture, made him privy to conversations and connections that could unravel careers or even bring down entire factions. Some analysts now suggest that Mthethwa had begun quietly distancing himself from certain political figures, expressing frustration with the old ways and the culture of impunity that still plagued the movement. He was tired of protecting people who didn't deserve it, said one anonymous source within the party's National Executive Committee. When he started talking about coming clean, that's when things changed. This so-called shadow network, an informal alliance of powerful ANC operatives, business figures, and intelligence veterans, is said to operate outside official party structures, manipulating outcomes behind the scenes. It thrives on secrecy, leveraging scandals and silencing dissent through intimidation or strategic leaks. In this view, Mthethwa's death isn't an isolated event, but rather a consequence of trying to exit a system designed to consume its own. In recent months, several high-ranking ANC officials have faced exposure through leaked recordings, anonymous documents, and public disputes that seem almost too coordinated to be coincidental. These eruptions hint at a broader internal purge, a cleansing effort driven not by ideals, but by desperation. Mthethwa, once a reliable enforcer of party discipline, may have become an inconvenient liability in this process, someone whose knowledge made him impossible to ignore and too dangerous to let speak freely. Political analysts also point to timing. His death comes amid mounting pressure on the Ramaphosa administration, following reports of corruption, internal sabotage, and dwindling public confidence. The ANC, approaching another election cycle, is deeply fractured. Every faction is scrambling to consolidate its base, eliminate threats, and secure control over the state's remaining levers of influence. In this context, any figure with access to buried truths becomes a pawn or a target. While official investigations promise transparency, skeptics remain unconvinced. If you think the real story will ever make it to a courtroom, you underestimate how powerful this network is, remarked a former intelligence analyst. They control narratives, not just outcomes. What you see in the media is only what they want you to see. The death of Nathi Mthethwa may never be fully explained in public terms. But in the smoky backrooms of power, the message has already been received: no one is untouchable. His demise is not just the fall of a man, but a reflection of a political system that has long traded truth for control, a reminder that South Africa's greatest battles are not fought in parliament, but in the unseen spaces where loyalty, fear, and ambition collide. And so, as the nation mourns and the party pledges unity, one question lingers like an echo through the chambers of Luthuli House: who really holds the strings, and how many more must fall before the shadow network steps into the light?